Hey y'all, it's Raegan. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe down below and join the family. In today's video, I'm going to be showing y'all how I get ready for the day and do my makeup and chit-chatting with y'all and just rambling on and on about things that I've been wanting to share with y'all. So if you want to see how I did this makeup look and also just hear me talk, then keep watching. So let's go ahead and get into my makeup. I have my coffee right here because it is 11:41, which is not early at all, but it's kind of early for me. I woke up at 10 and went for a run because yesterday was Valentine's Day and I ate a lot of sweets, so I had to work that off this morning, but now I'm ready to get ready for class. You can tell I'm kind of fake tan because my chest is a lot tanner than my face. We're gonna even that out. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna go in with is my Tarte primer. I've really been loving this. I got this for my birthday and it's so cool. I just love putting it on. It's like a putty consistency. You can't really tell because the lighting's so bright, but I usually just rub my fingers around and put it on my face, and it's just so smooth and silky, and it really makes your skin feel like a bare canvas ready for your foundation. I love it. I already put on moisturizer. I always put on moisturizer, guys, before your makeup because it will make your makeup so much better and just like look better and apply more even, and your skin will look better throughout the day. You also won't get as greasy. If you want to know some skincare tips, I just posted a skincare routine video and you need to go check it out because not only do I share products that I love, I also share some of my best tips. So I'll put this all over my face and really make sure it's around my nose and my cheek area because that's really where I need to fill in like pores and texture. And then I also bring some down my neck because I do put foundation on my neck because I gotta blend this out. This is expensive, I know, but it's really, really good. I have heard that there's like an e.l.f. dupe for this, so if you want to try out the e.l.f. dupe, I'm sure they have it at like Target or something. Now we're going into foundation, which is like my favorite part, so you can finally even this mess out right here. So the reason I'm doing this whole get ready with me is because I've been like trying a lot of new products and I want to share them with y'all and just kind of like talk about them. And so I've been loving mixing the Smashbox Studio Skin. I love this foundation so much. Like, this is probably, besides the Estee Lauder Double Wear, this is probably my favorite go-to everyday foundation. I love it. I probably have it in 6 different shades. Not with me though, a lot of them are at home. I just brought this one back with me for Christmas. It's in the shade 2.1, so it's pretty tan, but it's not super tan. And so I mix it with the L'Oreal Pro Infallible Pro Glow 24-Hour Foundation. This one is in a really dark shade, y'all. Like, you can't really tell, but this one's like so much darker. And it's also a little more cool tone, so it evens out this yellow undertone. I'm definitely yellow undertoned, like sometimes I look like a freaking banana. But this is in the shade 208 Sun Beige. Trust me, I ain't sun beige. So I mix them together and I just like change up the mixture depending on how dark I am. So today I'm gonna do like 3 pumps of this and I think like 1 squeeze of that. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, that looks good. And then take this and boom, that should be good. Then I take the end of this little makeup brush and I just swirl it together. Yes, I know this makeup sponge looks weird. It's like an actual circle, but I got it at my internship for free because one of our clients is Real Techniques, and so this is like a Real Technique sponge. I don't even know if they sell it in store, but we had it in our beauty closet and we would like clean it out, and so she gave it to me. But I really like the whole consistency and formula of these 2 foundations together because one's definitely like very dewy and glowy, the L'Oreal one, and also darker, and then this Smashbox one is a little more like a semi-matte finish, and so together they just make a really nice, I would say, natural looking skin feel to your face. And so I really like that. And as you can tell, I'm already evening out. Hallelujah. I also don't love this circle makeup sponge, but my Morphe makeup sponge that I really love is just so dirty and I'm too lazy to clean it. And so I've just been using this one since I got it last week. So there is the foundation. I just think it looks so good, and like you can still see where I have some glow, right where you need it to be, but like everything else is like covered and even, and it just looks beautiful. I really have been loving this combination. And then if you watched my favorites video, you know where I talked about this. This is the Becca under eye highlighting thingy, under eye brightening corrector. I never know like the correct names for things. And I've really been liking this. So I'm just gonna put a little bit in the corner of my eye and work it out. I do try to blend like as much as I can with my finger, but then I usually go in with my little sponge and work everything else out. This has really like made such a big difference, I think, with my makeup, especially throughout the day. Focus. Especially throughout the day, I can just tell that like my under eyes stay really bright and don't get really dark. And so I really like that. I was getting a little worried at first because my under eyes were getting really dark, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm only 20 years old. I can't be having dark under eye circles. Look how much brighter my under eyes are, y'all. I just love that stuff. Now I'm going in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I really like this. It's grown on me, y'all. I've talked about it before. I hated it at first, but I like it a lot now. I just try to keep it in the center of my face. Y'all know the deal. Y'all have seen me do my makeup a lot. Cheers. What are we gonna do next? I know what we're gonna do next. We're gonna go in with my Glossier Cloud Paint Seamless Cheek Color in the color Beam. Y'all, I love this stuff. It took me a little while to kind of like figure out how to use it because I've never been a really cream blush type of gal, or like a cream makeup really at all. Like I've never used cream contour or anything like that. So usually get a few dabs on my fingers like that, and then just dab it. So you can't really tell on camera, but it's a really pretty color. You can kind of tell a little bit, but it's just really natural and pretty. I'm gonna do the other side now, doing about the same thing. That's such a pretty natural color. I just love it so much. It's seriously so easy. I thought it was gonna be more difficult than that, than like blending it in, but it blends out so seamlessly. So now I'm going in with the Too Faced Peach Perfect powder. I don't even know if they sell this anymore, honestly. Y'all have heard me rant about it before. I don't really like it, but I use it. Almost out of it, but for now, this is what I use. So I'm being really careful, and I'm just trying to go like under my eye area and set that. Not really trying to set my blush or anything extra around my nose. And then also my chin. Trying to set like the places I usually get like oily or crease it all. And then I'm also going to put some powder right here because I'm about to contour right here. And I want that to be set because my contour is powder and it just blends out better if it's going over powder. Contour I'm using is the Bobbi Brown. I use this all the time, but guess what, guys? I'm gonna have to get a new contour soon because it's almost empty, so we'll be trying something new out next time. Contour is my favorite. Look at the different contour makes. Like, wow. Absolutely wow. I love contour. Okay guys, so I wanted this to be kind of like a chit chat, get ready with me while I do my makeup, but like also kind of like talk with y'all. And so I thought I'd talk with y'all maybe a little bit about my internship because I get a lot of questions like what I actually do at my internship. And so I was going to talk to y'all about it. My internship is with Bellari Communications, which is a fashion PR firm here in New York City, located in Tribeca, which is like such a cute little area. And there's a few interns, and I'm part of the beauty team, so I handle and help with all of our beauty clients. I don't know who all they are for sure, so I'm not gonna name any of them, but I help with like sending packages and products out to influencers and like celebrities, and then they'll like review the products, and then the brands get recognition, and then our clients are happy because we put their products with influencers who are going to promote their products and all that kind of jazz. It's really cool. I really liked it. Last week we threw on like a party for New York Fashion Week, and we had a lot of like influencers and stuff come in. It was so cool because I met some of my favorite ones, and it was just, I had so much fun. We were so busy, and like I don't think I sat down the whole day. It was really cool. Now I'm going in with my bronzer that y'all know, the Milani Baked bronzer. This is my favorite bronzer. Like, I don't even know if a high-end bronzer can compete with this one because it's just so good. Why does it look like I have such a harsh line on my forehead? Let's blend that sucker out. Look how pretty contour and bronzer, like, just like makes your face look. I freaking love it. Now we're going to set my cream blush, and we're gonna set it with the MAC blush in Modern Mandarin. You can't tell, oh, there you can. It's like a really strong coral color, and I really like it. It complements the cream blush so good because this is definitely a coral blush. And coral, I've always thought looks good on my skin color. So just putting a little bit over the blush because I want to set it so it doesn't move, but I don't want to make it like too intense. Wow. Love, love, love some coral blush, especially if I'm on vacation. I love coral blush. Ooh, I also want to talk to y'all about, well, I can't really talk to you about it because it's a surprise, but I'm actually doing something really, really cool this summer, and I legit cannot hold my excitement in, but I'm having to. My mom's forcing me to hold it in and not like say anything yet because we're the type of people where if we get too excited about something, then it always seems to fall through and then it never happens. I mean, I don't really know how this is gonna fall through, but it could. And so I'm not gonna tell anyone. I'm not gonna get my hopes up till close to the time, but I'm gonna do like a whole video on it announcing what it is because like it's gonna be really awesome, and I'm so excited to share it with y'all and like share it with like all my friends and stuff. But I can't. So for highlighter, I'm using the Becca highlighter in Champagne Pop. This is just a little mini sample size, but I'm definitely going to buy the full size after this. I've been doing this thing where I only highlight the tip of my nose, and then I come up here and I just highlight this part, but I don't connect it. I don't know why, but I've been really liking how it looks. I saw someone on YouTube do that, and I was like, wow, actually looks good. Then, my lip. Y'all, I gotta do my eyebrows. My eyebrows look jank. Okay, so we're going with our eyebrows, but I always have to do my eyebrows really close. Like, I can't do it from my computer, so I'm gonna have to find a mirror real quick. Hold on. So I found a mirror. This Morphe palette has a giant mirror in it. So I'm about to look at this and do my eyebrows. Probably gonna speed this up because my eyebrows aren't cool to watch. Okay. Just did my eyebrows, and I use the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil. Don't love this, don't recommend it. Definitely get the Precise in my brow pencil. Grabbed this by accident one time, and now I'm just using it because I hate returning makeup. But it gets the job done, so that's all that matters. Now for my favorite part of my brows, I'm gonna use the Glossier Boy Brow Eyebrow Gel thingy, whatever. It's like tint, but it's amazing, okay? So, you're not gonna really be able to tell what it does because like you have to get really close to be able to tell what it does, but hopefully you'll be able to tell. So I just brush my eyebrows up because it makes them look like more wispy and just like full. Look how like stuck up they are. This gel is like hairspray for your eyebrows. It's crazy how much like holding power it has. I'm gonna do the same thing for the other one, but this eyebrow over here never looks the same as the other eyebrow. They're definitely sisters, not twins. Like, gosh, they are so different. I really have to try hard to make them look somewhat similar. Like, look how different they look. I mean, they look kind of similar, but definitely different. But this thing's amazing. I highly, highly recommend it, especially if you take your brows seriously. You need this in your life. You don't realize you're missing it, but you're missing it, trust me. So I'm about to do my eyeshadow, but while we're doing that, I'm going to talk to y'all about this book series that I've been reading that has been so amazing, y'all. So I've always loved reading books, but I go through these phases where I forget that I enjoy reading books. And so when I like start reading a book again, I'm like, wow, I forgot how much I actually loved reading books. Well, I read a book the other day and it was amazing. It was called, what was it called? Oh, it was called Royally Lost, and it was really good. I recommend it for like a young travel romance kind of book. But then I started reading this series called A Shade of Vampire. If you love like vampire romance, like Twilight or Vampire Diaries or anything like that, this book series was amazing, guys. I think there's 7 books in all, and I've read 5 of them so far in the span of like 3 or 4 days. And they're like 300 pages a piece. So like, they're amazing. I highly, highly recommend it. I stayed up one night and read 2 books. I think I went to bed at 4 o'clock and had to wake up at 7. It was a rough day, but I did it, and it was really, really worth it. So right now I'm just gonna set my eyes because I think they're a little greasy with the setting powder I used earlier. But y'all, I cannot recommend A Shade of Vampire enough. I don't want to tell y'all anything because I'll end up giving things away if you do want to read it, but it's so worth it. So for eyeshadow, I have been using this Morphe palette that I stole from my sister, Kendall. Yes, this is another video with another product that I stole from me. But this is payback for all those years that you would go in my room and steal my makeup, so I don't feel bad. This is the Morphe, what palette is it? The 9B Bronzed Babe palette, and it is exactly that. It is beautiful. Oh my gosh, the only thing is that I wish it had a little lighter of a transition color. It goes like right into this pretty dark brown color, so I don't love that. But before I do that, I'm actually going to go in with this Glossier Lid Star in the color Cub, and this is going to be almost like my base, and I've really been liking this. I didn't put it in my favorites video because I've still been like trying it out, but I do really like it. I'm just going to put this on my lid and then blend it out. The only thing I don't love about it is that it's not like crazy pigmented. You really kind of have to like build it up for it to be pigmented, but it's a really pretty natural color. So I'm focusing this mainly on like the inner part of my eye because that's where I want it to show, and the rest of it's going to be like my actual browns and dark brown eyeshadows that are going to kind of give me a structure to my eye. So that's what it looks like. You can't really tell what it looks like right now, but it's really, really pretty, and it goes with the browns and this eyeshadow palette really well. I just cut my lights off. So I'm going to go in with a really fluffy brush, and I'm going to get this shade right here. This is going to be my first transition shade. After I've done that, I'm going to go in with this shade right here in the color Nail Boarding. It's a little bit more of a darker brown than the one I just used. So it's really orange right now. So now we have to deepen it out. So now I'm going to go in with this dark brown, like these 2 browns right here, and kind of mix them until I get like a pigment that I want. Now I'm going to clean up under my eyes because I did use some dark pigment and I may have had some fallout. And now I'm going to go in with a clean brush and like just blend this all out so it fades a little bit and isn't so intense. Now I'm going to clean it up. I'm just going to take my beauty sponge. Now I'm going to go in with the powder that I used to set my eyes, and I'm going to kind of clean up my brow bone. And now my favorite part, I'm going to do my inner corner highlight, and I'm going to be using this color right here in the shade Sunnies. This isn't what I do every day. I got a little carried away and went kind of like intense, but I'm actually really, really liking it. Now I'm going to add a little bit of eyeliner, but I always do my eyeliner with eyeshadow, so that's what I'm going to do. I think it makes it look a lot more smoky and natural than if you do it with actual like liquid liner. So this is just my preference. So my eyeshadow is finished. I really, really actually like how it looks. And I think the Glossier Lid Star in the color Cub like really complemented it. That pretty rosy gold pink color goes with the burnt oranges and browns in this palette. So good. Now I'm going to do mascara. I've really been into bottom lash mascara, and I don't think I've done bottom lash mascara in years. I used to think that, well, I still think that it really flakes bad under my eyes, so I have to be careful and find like a really good mascara that doesn't do that. But I've recently been using the Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara, and It's really good, and it doesn't really flake under my eyes unless I like mess with my eyes a lot. So I'm gonna first curl my lashes, because this seriously makes such a huge difference. If you don't curl your lashes, you need to curl your lashes, because I promise you it will change the way your mascara looks. How many coats of mascara do y'all do? I've always wondered. I do like 2 coats of mascara, but because I feel like if I do any more, it usually gets too clumpy. But I want to know, like, how many coats do y'all do? Like, and still keep your eyelashes from being clumpy, because I really don't like clumpy lashes. I want them to look like full and like volumized, but I also want them to look like really long. And if they're too clumpy, then they look like short and stubby. I legit just got mascara on my eyeball. On my eyeball. So I'm done with my face makeup, and now I just have to do lips, my favorite part. And for lips today, I'm going to use the Kylie Cosmetics lip kit in like the duo set with the lip liner and the liquid lipstick in the shade Candy K. I really like this color. My 2 favorite colors are Angel and Candy K. Angel's a little bit darker, Candy K is a little lighter and like more nudie. But I love the formula of these. I talked about it in my favorites video. And I don't know if y'all remember in my last few makeup videos, I've talked a lot about how I love glossy lips. Yeah, I'm actually over that phase, and now I like matte lips. So much better. It looks kind of glossy right now, but it hasn't dried yet for it to be matte, but it's definitely matte. Or maybe like a satin, but it's like pretty close to matte. Now the last and final step, we are going to use my MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. Love this stuff. It just makes all your powders and creams blend together and look like skin. And that is what I do whenever I get ready for the day. I hope y'all enjoyed doing my makeup with me, because I enjoyed having someone to talk to while I did it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and make sure you leave me a comment down below and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye! Aside from my soul.